Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to my channel. My name is Christina. I get ready for work at work, and I'm here at work, ready to get ready on this fine, a little bit frigid Tuesday in the morning. I'm going to keep playing with this collection that I received the other day that I purchased. It's the Luis Torres Beauty Creations collection, eyeshadow palette and face palette. We're going to play with that some more. And I'm bringing the e.l.f. Soft Glam and the Huda Beauty Home, and we're going to do skin tints this week. So I was naughty. I know I'm on a no spend because I'm in the process of purchasing a house, but I'm part of the CVS like rewards program where they give you like $10 a month to spend, and I purchased the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour skin tint because I've been hearing all these wonderful things about it and I couldn't resist anymore. And then I brought with me from home as well the Fine Art Beauty skin tint because it is glorious. So we're going to try the Maybelline Superstay today, but we're going to use this throughout the week as well. I also picked up the Lash Paradise Big Deal. It's supposed to be better than the original Loreal Lash Paradise. I did love the original version, and I didn't have a little drugstore mascara with me, so we're gonna play with that today as well. Take her out of the package and all that jazz. I'm gonna do a little skin prep, wet my beauty blender, prime my eyelids for this beautiful shadow. Every time that I've used this palette, which I think I used it one time for a full eye look and then just like dipped into it another time, beautiful so far. Pigmented, blendable, everything I love about eyeshadow, and I love eyeshadow. If you could see how many eyeshadow palettes I had at home, you'd question my sanity, probably. But let me get my skincare going. First Aid Beauty Bounce Boosting Serum first, the Grown Alchemist Hydra Restored Day Cream next, and then the First Aid Beauty Under Eye Hyaluronic Acid Serum. Prime my eyelids for shadow. I'm thinking P. Louise today, and I will be right back and we'll get into a Tuesday eye look. Be right back. Prepped and primed. The reason I did not film yesterday is because I was having my potential new home inspected. I got the report yesterday late afternoon, opened it, and I'm unsure if the red flags are really red flags. I have an appointment to talk with my realtor this morning to go over it. So, fingers crossed. This palette, how stinking stunning. Luis Torres Beauty X Beauty Creations. Any possible eye look that you could think of. I really love the color story. I'm going to go in first, I think, with this brown tone called We Love Oaxaca. I don't know. We're using it in the crease and transition area. I color matched the foundation to me online and then went in store and picked it up. Skin tint, excuse me. I don't know if it's going to match me, but we're going to use it anyways. I've grown accustomed to the wrong shade. One day I will get my tan shade correct. I mean, I'm getting better. Look at that beautiful blend. So, honey boo boo, if you've been paying attention to my channel, my significant other has been going through it medically, has been having these attacks that seem heart related because his heart stops and skips beats, and his arm goes numb, and he feels like he's going to pass out. Nightmare fuel. Finally had a stress test yesterday. Explained to the man before it started that if we get his heart rate up to 100 or 100 beats per minute or over, and then for an amount of time, and then bring it down all the way to 60 beats per minute and wait like 15 minutes, he'll have an attack. He's been having them for months. He knows exactly how it comes on. He's worn a heart monitor. He's had an echocardiogram, all the things. Well, this piece of dog shit, part of my French, but I'm frustrated, did the stress test only. So the appointment was for 2 hours. He was done in 20 minutes. That's the first thing right off the bat. I'm going to go into outer corner and crease shade. Let's talk about that for 1 sec. I think I'm going to go into this orange shade over here since I'm wearing orange today. It's called Tequila. Didn't run him very long. Had the heart monitor on him after the stress test was over and waited literally like 3 minutes. And he was like, the attacks isn't going to happen. You need to wait. We need to wait like 15 minutes. So the technician like went to the doctor, and I guess the doctor was like, looks good, take him off. And that was it. He kind of Kevined out a little bit. He kind of flipped out. Because he's explaining to all of these people exactly the manner that these attacks progress. He works in a strenuous field. He's a welder, so his heart rate gets up. And then when he sits down on break, 15 minutes into the break, he has the attack. In varying degrees. Nobody's listening to him. So he already got himself hooked up with a primary care physician and a new cardiologist, which he goes to for the first appointment on Wednesday. Today, he gets another heart monitor. He's already worn a heart monitor for the previous cardiologist for a week and a half, and they said the results came back fine, which is, it's impossible that they came back fine because he's not fine. There's nothing fine about it. So the new physician, the actual primary care physician, ordered the test again. So now at work he's going to try to, when he does have the attack, because the welders offer electrical interference, when he is having an attack, he's going to like bebop outside so it reads it accurately. With the amount of welders and electrical interference in the whole building, in the whole place, I mean, there's more than just him welding. He has another man in his area that welds, and then there's like whole welding departments. So the whole thing is electrical interference. So he's like purging money because the co-pays and the pay for the, he's very, 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 very frustrated, which I can understand and empathize completely. It's insanity how poorly the first cardiologist treated him. Very poorly. I think what's calling me, let me think a second. The gray looks good. I do like that orange. There's a little bit of gray in my top. You know what? Let's do it. Let's go into this shimmery, taupey gray color. Good to kind of match. Or do we want to go into that shade? I think we're going to go into that shade. It's called Goddess. To kind of match the outfit. These shimmers seem to go on great with a brush. I did my makeup at home yesterday. How strange was that? Doesn't happen very often anymore because I don't usually wear makeup on my days off. Pardon the lack of calming piano music in the background. Still no internet. The internet here has been out since Saturday, which is extremely challenging since my credit card machine is hooked up to it. I do a lot of computer work. I am currently pilfering internet from TD Bank, which is a couple doors down. But because it's not, hardwired into my system, I can't print. It's a real pain in the butt. Makes for a challenging work day. That is beautiful. Very impressed by this eyeshadow palette. Check out Beauty Creations if you have little extra cash. Not particularly expensive. I think I paid $76 for this whole collection. It was like the PR box. It was on sale. I'm going to go back in with that little bit of a denser fluffy brush into the orange called Tequila and just bring it back in the outer corner a little bit. Very small amount of fallout underneath my eye. No bigs. That's why I do my eyes first. I'm going to go back into the big fluffy, into that light brown shade and just buff out the edges. I mean, what's really a red flag with a inspection? I have no clue. Hopefully the realtor gives me some clarity this morning. So many things going on and the internet not working. Ooh, I know. So we're going to put this palette aside for a while. And I'm going to moisten my face a little bit with the setting spray because this winter weather has me dry as a fart. Dry it a little bit. Heard a lot of complaints about the packaging of this skin tint. We'll see how maddening it is. Apparently it's a really full coverage. Shake it? Sure, shake it. Shake it on up. I got the shade 129. Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Skin Tint. Plus vitamin C derivative. A little blemish. Let's see if it covers that. See if it evens out this under eye darkness, a little bit of redness from the tanning salon. I have It Cosmetics. Ooh, juicy nose. It Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe brush that I'm gonna blend it out with. I think that should be enough. Fingers crossed. Alright, that looks pretty good. It is a skin tint, so I don't know if this is too much. Very thin. Color match is not bothering me. I think I've done it. I'm going to blend this out with this brush. It's kind of going to take me a minute. I'll be right back. Wow. I see what all the hype is about. I forgot to do my eyebrows. I just cemented them in an upward position with the Ardell Brow Glue. I mean, That looks like my skin. That was a perfect color match. Medium coverage, glowy deliciousness. I am not mad at this. So to stay on the drugstore kick, I know I haven't used my new Dior bronzer stick in a minute, but she was so expensive. I got in the BoxyCharm beauty box this contour and bronzer stick, so I'm going to use both sides. How lovely that foundation looks. Contour. A little under the lip. A little under the chin. The contour side. Like a little more of a warm tone on my forehead. Blends beautifully. It's called from Paranova, the bronzer and contour stick. Easy peasy. Give the face back a little life. So because my internet is out, if I make a sale, I can write it up, like in our point of sale system. But I can't process a credit card. I need to call another location, which, I mean, it's doable, but a little bit annoying. Do we want to use red blush today? Or, you know what? Let's go into an orange blush, since we're kind of orange today. I had this LYS shimmery blush in the shade Curvy. Let's give her a go. I haven't used her in a while. You can draw it right onto your face. Works just fine. Just like the bronzer. The bronzer was viral for a reason. This blush is just as good. Blends out deliciously. Pigmented, but not too pigmented. Shimmery, but doesn't particularly emphasize texture, which is the goal with anything shimmery. I didn't prime my skin today because I really want to see how this foundation sits without primer. That's a beautiful blush. I should use her more often. Concealer. Let's try this again. Bare Minerals Bare Pro 16-hour wear all over skin perfecting matte concealer, broad spectrum 25. Or do we want to color correct? I think we could just conceal. I'm just going to put a dot between my forehead, sides of my nose, a little on the chin, and one dot underneath the eyes. Let that warm up to my skin. It's a little cold in here, so we're going to let that warm up to the skin. Eyes came out beautifully. Let's fill in my eyebrows while that's sinking in. Zeesea Palace Identity eyebrow pencil. Zeesea is a makeup company out of China. I used to receive their beauty box, like monthly subscription beauty box, but then I started receiving too many repeat products and lots of shades that were like foundation shades that were not even, couldn't even pull it off if I tried. So I canceled it till further notice. Beautiful products though. Beautiful products. No complaints. But if I'm not getting products that I can actually use, kind of what's the point? Eyebrow pencil on the other side, just combing upward. I just followed her along the edge of my eyebrow and comb upwards. A little bit of a more perfected eyebrow. Let's blend this out with a sponge. Business has been pretty good. It's picking up. All of the people who live up north in Canada, Connecticut, New York, Michigan, Ohio, Chicago, Illinois, are all here now because it's cold for us, but it's warmer than where they're from. So we have a lot of extra people here now, which we don't mind. We call them snowbirds. Snowbirds in the his house, which increases sales. People are coming into their winter home and realizing that their mattress sucks. So I'm going to go into this Pat McGrath's under eye powder for my under eyes and everywhere that I put concealer. It really does blur. Really does blur the sitch. I mean, the under eyes are crinkly. What can you do? What can you do? The powder's very light, so it's not adding to the crinkliness. The crinkliness is there. I had some fallout under my eyes from that shadow, that shimmery shadow, but that is okay. It's not making me upset. This is going in the box. This, if you're in the market for a foundation, even though it's called a skin tint, that's looking like a foundation. Not eyes just yet. Let's set cream and liquid products. I'm going to go in this NYX Buttermelt. I do love the tone and undertone of it. Hank and Henry brush. Just set that cream bronzer. It's pigmented, be careful. If you do pick it up, this is in the shade All Buttered Up. A little bit warm, but not too warm. Now for the blues. Another Hank and Henry brush. Is this a Sigma? Nope, Hank and Henry. I think I got this from Hank and Henry as well. I don't know. It's a good brush. Fenty Cheeks Sundress Sizzlin' number 5. Suede Powder Blush. Look at that shade. Matches me perfectly. I haven't used it in a while. I forget how pigmented she is. We're about to find out. Nope. Perfect. Love. Banger products I got going on here lately. No complaints. No holy shits. I mean, the videos that I post where the makeup goes wrong do get a lot of views. But I don't need the extra stress. I don't need the extra stress of a bad makeup. Now, let's finish these eyes off. Back into the palette. I think I'm going to dip into the outer corner, that shade with a pencil brush. Itty bitty little pencil brush. color switching it just in case it had lingering shadow on it. A little dip just along the lower lash line. I really do think putting eyeshadow on the lower lash line really does bring the look together. I think for the rest of the lash line, I'm going to go into this kind of browny orange tone called Hanguna. Hanguna? Sure. It definitely distracts from the crinkles underneath the eyes, which, yes please, thank you. Now with the more dense, fluffy, color switched, I'm going to go into that original crease and transitions shade and buff out the edge. Whoop, I almost dipped into the orange. That would have been not great. Orange is on the opposite end of the color wheel. So this really does, in my opinion, and by the color wheel, bring out the blue in my eyeballs. Can't be mad at that. Thank you, Luis Torres. Everything I've used from this collection so far, chef's kiss. I'm going to go in with the Lancome 24-Hour Drama Liquid Pencil in the tight line. I'm going to give my face a set with the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix. Thank God it's almost over. I'm going to curl my lashes and be back. I'm going to see how this new, to me, Paradise Big Deal. I guess the claim was that it's layerable up to 100 layers without getting clumpy. I'm not going to do that. But I will be right back and we can see how this mascara works. All right, face set, lashes curled, foundation, Skin Tint, looking fantastic. Loreal Paradise Big Deal. Ugh, this brush. I mean, the original Lash Paradise has a fluffy brush that I love. I love a big fat fluffy brush. Let's see what she gives. Got a mirror right here next to us. By us, I mean me. Just a girl alone in a mattress store talking to herself. I don't dislike the way it looks. I'm going to put 2 coats, maybe 3. I mean, if it claims you could put 100 coats, of course I got it on my face. That's okay. That's okay. It's definitely not clumping. It's definitely lengthening. Not really giving me much by way of volume, which is my jam. See how she builds. All right. That's given some volume. It's no rare beauty great lengths, but drugstore mascaras. Quiet as all get out in here. Been driving me bananas. I got it on another spot on my eye too. And over there. Kind of messy. But that may change once it gets some air in it. Let's try another coat. I'm scared. Alright, not clumping. Still separating the lashes. I'm not mad at that. Let's try the other side. This is my whole eye over here is the problem eye. I get patchy shadow over here, my eyebrows goofy, and the eyelashes never look as good. It's like the problem side of my face. I don't know if you have a problem side of your face. Let me know in the comments. Alright, this eye doesn't look as good as the other one, but problem eye. Well, that's impressive. Should we try the under eye? Should we try under eye mascara? Let's try. Let's try. Let's try. Ooh, let's get it in my hair a little. Oh, poke myself in the eye a little. Well, let's let all of that disaster dry off. Ooh, I got it everywhere. But that is operator error, not the mascara's fault. I mean, besides the operator error part, them eyelashes look pretty darn good. That one in particular. So, besides the Luis Torres collection, I purchased this lipstick as well from Beauty Creations. It is quite nude. You know what? I think I have one that's going to go with this lip. I mean, this look a little bit better. Oh, yeah. But I am going to use the Beauty Creations X Luis Torres lip pencil. So let's do it. It's a brown. Warm toned brown. A little bit deep. I'm going to use this little brush to blend it out a little bit. Do I want to use it? Oh, look what I picked up. Let's put this on top. Because this can be drying. This is a Hank and Henry matte liquid lip. It's a little warmer nude. It's a little bit crazy. How do I feel about that? That's going to be a no for me. I do like it. You know what? Let's go with it. Let's go with it. Because we'll use the Duck Plump, the NYX Duck Plump plumping lip gloss on top once I get this eyeshadow, or excuse me, mascara off my face. So now that it's dried, I'm just going to take the spoolie and scrape it off. Comes off easily. That's another plus for the mascara. Some mascaras stick to the skin a little bit more than others, but that seemed to come off easy peasy. All right. I'm not mad at her. I am not mad at you, Lash Paradise. Let's set just a little bit more in the T-zone with the Laura Mercier Translucent Ultra Blur Powder in the rose shade. You can hardly even tell that it's not just translucent. Blurring as well, just like the Pat McGrath. Cult classic for a reason. Just further set the T-zone. Yes. Yes. Let's see what this Duck Plump does to the situation. It's kind of I don't know if it's going to match. Let's see. Shade. Nude Swings. It was fate that brought us here. Well, that made it look a little less dry. Let me know what you think of the lip. Did I go in the very wrong direction? Or did this work? So, recap. L'Oreal Superstay 24-Hour Skin Tint Deliciousness in the shade 129. Will I be using this again? Absolutely. Lash Paradise, big deal. Big deal. Thanks for hanging out with me while I get ready today. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you feel like it. Hit the notification bell to be notified of all my future uploads. Every day that I get ready for work, I get ready for work at work, unless stuff comes up. I already said that. Check out the video that YouTube thinks that you want to watch next. And I will see you in my next video. Back into this beautiful palette. See you then.